What's up, guys? Your boy, 20K13. Gonna give you guys your wrestling news wrap up for August 2nd, 2015. John Cena WWE Raw return and SummerSlam plans. John Cena is scheduled to return from his nose injury on the WWE Raw Go Home show for SummerSlam. Dave Meltzer report on Wrestling Observer Radio. Despite missing so much of the SummerSlam build, Meltzer is still tipping Cena to wrestle on the August 23rd special. Cena is out for a while. I suspect he'll be wrestling at SummerSlam. He's scheduled to be back at the Go Home show. Cena suffered a badly broken nose on last week's Raw after Seth Rollins landed a straight knee to the face. The break was significant, requiring extensive medical work to be fixed. It is now important for Cena to take the right amount of time to let that heal. It isn't like the most serious injury in the world, but it does require healing time. It is unknown if WWE will still match Cena with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, given that the WWE title match deserves more of a build. However, the real-life nose break could in fact be used as a major selling point, so maybe they should still go with the Rollins-Cena plan. Cena also rearmed for healing quickly. It wouldn't be that much of a surprise if he ended up back on Raw even quicker than the August 17th go-home show. Rey Mysterio open to WWE return. Rey Mysterio had indicated he'd be open to a WWE return. Speaking with Sports Illustrated Extra Mustard blog, he sounded very positive about his former employers. It was almost as if he was trying to get back in WWE good book after what had been an uneasy split in 2014. However, Mysterio is now trying to claim that there was no problem between him and WWE. And I quote, I didn't leave on bad terms. I left on good terms with WWE, so I don't want to say never. They treated me very well. And I'm nothing but thankful with that company for letting Rey Mysterio be Rey Mysterio and be recognized worldwide. In terms of returning to WWE, he said, if the opportunity comes out in the future and there is interest from both parties, then why not? This all sounds very different from a year ago, when Mysterio's friend indicated WWE was holding his contract hostage. There was bad blood over WWE not getting enough action out of him, and his own desire to leave the company. But now it sounds like maybe he wanted to go back. Perhaps he realized the grass isn't always greener, or maybe it is a case of his envying career approaching an end and wanting to have an ambassadorial Hall of Fame role with WWE. His comment about Vince McMahon was gushing with praise, and I quote, meeting Vince was eye-opening. It was exciting for me to meet the man. Here I was, part of a company I thought I'd never be a part of because of my size, but Vince McMahon decided to bring me on board. My only option was to succeed. I needed to prove that I could make it in the big league with my size and weight. But Vince was really cool right off the bat. He said they had big plans for me, and I was looking very forward to every single plan they had. My first night with WWE was coming in after a match with Chavo Guerrero. He had me run down to the cage, climb up, and do a plancha off the top of the cage. No one knew how to market me like Vince McMahon. The fact Mysterio was so pro WWE in all his comments, it does lead to speculation on a possible return. He's 40 years old and physically worn out, so an out-of-ring WWE role would probably be his best bet. Ronda Rousey tribute to Roddy Piper after 34-second UFC 190 win. UFC Women Bantamweight Champion Ronda Rousey gave an emotional tribute to Roddy Piper at UFC 190. The first thing she did after knocking out Betty Correia in 34 seconds was take Joe Rogan microphone and say, and I quote, I just want to say we lost a really close friend, Roddy Piper, who gave me permission to use his name as a fighter. So I hope him and my dad had a good time watching this today. Rousey looked very emotional when making the tribute. It was clear that Piper really did mean a lot to her. He had even been in touch with her during the training camp for UFC 190. It goes to show just how much value really is a WWE fan. Working a pro wrestling match one day does seem like an inevitability, but that day could be years away. She's having huge success in MMA, and UFC don't want to undermine her credibility by allowing her to take WWE booking. She made short work of Bayley Correa in UFC 190 main event. The Brazilian came in confident despite being a huge underdog. Once the bell sounded, Rousey immediately took over, displaying a much improved striking game. Several punches and a shot to the temple put Correa on the mat cold. It had been a mere 34 seconds. UFC President Dana White called WWE fake shit. UFC President Dana White had called WWE fake shit, leading to heated response from WWE and TNA personalities. White was tweeting in the build-up to UFC 190, where Ronda Rousey successfully defended her belt against Bayley Correa. You would have thought that White was being focused on his own event, but instead he responded to a fan who had tweeted, and I quote, "I wish I could watch the Rousey fight tomorrow night. Vince got you beat there, Dana White. Our pay-per-view are only $9.99. Dana responded by tweeting, "I hear you, bro, but fake shit should be $9.99. In fairness to White, he then backed the comment up, not disrespecting what they do. All the WWE guys I have met are awesome people, but yes, it's fake. White is good buddies with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and employs CM Punk after striking up a good relationship with him." But the wrestling community was not happy with the fake comment. TNA Jeremy Borash responded to White tweeting, and I quote, "Legit cancel my UFC bout for tonight. Instead spending $50 to a UK wrestler paralyzed during a fake wrestling match." White obviously had no clue who the TNA personality is, responding with, and I quote, "It's free in the UK, goofball. The free in the UK comment isn't actually true. People need to be subscribed to BT Sport or BT Internet." TNA Bully Ray then got in on the action, tweeting, "Good thing you have fake Brock Lesnar in UFC to be your biggest pay-per-view draw of all time. Sir, do the right thing and apologize to the industry that laid the groundwork for your industry. Have a great show tonight." Finally, WWE Champion Seth Rollins had something to say. God cut Dana White some slack. I mean, he had a million matches, so his opinion is super valid and should be taken as gospel. It is a bit of an overreaction from the wrestling world. White is correct. WWE is fake. That's just a fact. WWE and TNA are also a lot of the time shit, in that they regularly book absolute nonsense and terrible matches. The internet wrestling community are saying that all the time, but the context of White comment has been taken as an insult, when it was probably meant to be just a throwaway reply. It doesn't give much hope for Ronda Rousey wrestling at WrestleMania 32, not when her boss viewed WWE as fake shit. Nevertheless, WWE remains optimistic on working a deal out with White for Rousey working next year Mania. Speculation on Damien Sandow's new gimmick. NXT talent work her first main roster match. WWE has published a video of Xavier Woods talking video game with Damien Sandow on their gaming channel, Up, Up, Down, Down. Sandow's new gimmick is him rhyming about anything and everything. There is speculation that this is Sandow's new gimmick due to him having to drop the Macho Mandow gimmick. NXT diva Dana Brooke made her main roster debut at a live event on Saturday night in Ontario, California, at the Citizens Business Bank Arena against Natalya and Emma, when she teamed with Cameron. No word if this is a one-time thing or if WWE plans to book her on upcoming live events. And finally, backstage news on Steve Austin's scheduled podcast with Paige tomorrow. Who was Austin's originally scheduled guest? As noted, WWE has announced a new Steve Austin podcast will air on the WWE Network following Raw tomorrow night, and WWE Diva Paige will be Austin's guest. In light of Roddy Piper's death, however, F4WOnline.com report the podcast might not air, or it might be pushed back, in place of a Roddy Piper special. In related news, Paige is a replacement guest on the podcast to begin with as Hulk Hogan was the originally scheduled guest prior to him being terminated from WWE. Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.